Oh, would you look at you? Oh, fine and dandy. Oh, look at you.
Alright, we're good.
Any questions for me?
Hi, my name's Eric Hightower. Welcome to our podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Lance McNatt. And
It's the Joker.
I'm here with the Joker. And let's get up a tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit. And today's our Halloween special. This is our first special. How do you feel about that?
Why so serious?
Well, I'm excited. I'm ready to celebrate. Gonna throw a f***ing party in here.
Jesus Christ! Damn, now I have to clean all that up.
I didn't tell him I was gonna do that.
Holy.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Ha, ha, ha. Ooh, ee, ah. Very funny. Eric Hightower. Oh, so funny. Fucking bitch.
And we're back. After those messages.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Left one.
Oh, my bad. Let me throw that away for you. All right. You like horror movies? What's your favorite? And why? That's not getting off. You're on my channel. All right, then. So, favorite horror movie and why?
My favorite horror movie, I think, would have to be Saw.
Saw. Why is that?
Actually, no, I have to go with another one.
Oh, which one's that one?
Do 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 do
Jeopardy.
do 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 do. I'm gonna have to go with actually Jason.
Good thing I got another one.
Oh fuck!
Jason? Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th?
Yeah, I'd have to go with that one. I think that one's pretty interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, why you choose that one? Like, what makes that one different than the others?
I just think it keeps you on your feet, on your toes. You know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like Jason as a slasher?
Yeah, he's a good slasher. It's not that bullshit where you're like, well, actually, the only thing I don't like about those type of movies is it's like there's always some dumb person who trips in the forest and gets their ass kicked.
Oh,
It's like,
women be tripping over nothing.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like my shoes are in the way in the forest, and she trips over them, finds a way.
Yep.
I don't get it.
That's how it happens. For me, I like the monster Jason Voorhees. I do like that monster. That's probably is my favorite monster. But I do like the horror movie Saw. I like all the Saw's movies. Except the newer one. I don't like that one. I like Saw because I feel like it's also like a psychological horror, you know? Because like you have scenes where like either cut your own arm off or you die. And it's like it's leaving the audience in suspense of what they're gonna do. You know?
Yes.
They try to get you to do a penguin documentary.
Yeah, they did try getting me to do a penguin documentary. And I said, do I look like a fucking clown to you? people these days. So rude.
I'm a little sick, so if you hear me coughing here now, that is why. In other news, I bought an SD card. Hopefully, it won't cut out on me once again. So, hopefully, this special is going to be an hour long other than the other ones. So, that's cool. That's good news. Actually, good news in spite of things. You still upset that I got confetti everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
It's festive, though.
Did you do it because I'm a clown? Is that why? I'm pretty sure he did it because I'm a clown.
Do you watch a whole lot of horror movies?
Not really. I don't. Not
Not a whole lot?
like I don't choose horror movies.
You
I
s-
just come across them. I guess it's
You,
one
you
of
ever
those
seen one, like,
situations.
recently?
The last horror movie I saw. Get it? Last horror movie I saw.
It was Saw.
The last horror movie that I saw was It.
It was a good one, actually.
Yes, it was a good one.
This podcast is probably the worst one we ever made.
Yeah, it definitely is. You guys like it?
Do you
Oh,
think?
by the way, like and subscribe, please.
Again, if you weren't told that the last episode we did like 10 times. But I think music has a strong impact on horror movies. Or the horror genre in general,
Dude.
actually.
Honestly, a horror film without music is like is like watching two guys fighting, but they're just slapping each other. You know what I mean? It's like just funny. It's not even a horror movie anymore because you're just like you're seeing this. For instance, you're seeing this guy just getting his ass kicked and you don't hear any sound.
Yeah.
He's just on the ground.
No.
And it's
no. Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you don't even hear that because you're so far away.
Yeah.
That's what it's like, trying to have a horror movie without music. Just doesn't work.
Yeah, I can. It's kind of like a fight scene, but without any of the special effects. So it goes like.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nice.
I
I'm so
know.
glad you agree with that statement. I was so worried for a second.
Yeah, my tea was worried too.
With a nice hint of red lipstick with every sip.
It actually doesn't taste so bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. You seen It lately? With the clown and stuff?
Yeah, the
Speaking of
clowns.
clowns.
It's just the only pet peeve I had with It Clown is it wasn't that scary, man.
You know what?
Like the voice wasn't scary, the makeup was not scary, which made it not scary. And what made it even worse was the buck teeth. It just like, my dude, you trying to look cute or you trying to look scary? I don't get it.
Honestly, I felt the same way. I didn't think. Honestly, nowadays, horror movies don't even scare me that much, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
have seen The Quiet Place lately. That was a good movie. That wasn't too
Yeah.
bad. And I guess music didn't really affect that one since the entire movie took place in just silence.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, I'm just coughing up a storm. A storm.
Yeah. You're just coughing so much, you might end up in one. Jesus.
Oh.
Bars. See, guys,
Ooh.
I'm rapping on this, and I'm not even
We
trying.
did promise you he was going to get some freestyles in this podcast. At least eventually. It's Halloween.
Almost.
It's almost Halloween.
Yeah.
You guys shouldn't even be watching this. Well, you should be.
My mask is on.
But, like, you should be watching this on your phone while you're going trick or treating house to house, and also telling your neighbors that you're trick or treating at about this video, cause we're pretty cool guys. Yeah, welcome to the Arts and Crafts podcast. This is our special.
Yeah, this is definitely our special, you guys.
This is definitely our special.
Like and subscribe to our special. It's really nice.
With all that makeup, I'm so nervous to literally everything you like come close to. It's just gonna be black and red makeup everywhere.
Like how the first thing you say is black. Nice.
So we were talking about horror movies, and I totally lost track because of that segment. And okay, whatever. Let's move on to the next one. You want to play a little game?
Yeah.
I'm calling it fact or faked. I'm gonna name 3 stories, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna name 3 stories. After I tell you each story, you have to tell me if it's true or fake.
Awesome.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. First one. This first story takes place on Halloween night. There's a son and this kid. I believe the guy is a single father. Basically, his son goes out trick-or-treating. I believe his son is around 11 or 12. So he goes out trick-or-treating with his friends, and he comes back home, and then the next day he ends up dead, poisoned. It's not until later investigation that they found out that the dad went through his candy and poisoned it so he could get the insurance money from his son.
Okay. What's the next one?
You want to say if that one's fact or fake, or are you going to, like, remember it?
I'm gonna see if I can remember all of
You're
them.
going to see if you can
Yeah.
remember all of them? All right, that'll make it more interesting. Ooh. Okay, second one. This group of kids go out. Okay. These group of kids, 3 of them, they're about 17, 18, around that time. They're almost graduating high school. They go up into a camping trip up in the hills next to a, pretty close by actually. It's kind of like more Mojave Desert type of area, up in that area. So they go up into there, and they're finding like a secured location to camp at, right? And they're always texting their parents, being like, "Oh yeah, we're here," etc., etc., etc. So one day, when the next morning came by after they left, they went ahead and they checked the phone, and it's like they weren't answering the phone. So they literally call the rangers around that area, around that park, to see if there anything happened. They said, yeah, the boys, they just they left all their stuff in their like trunk, and there's no trace of the actual people. There's no sign of a break-in. There's no sign of anything. It's just their belongings all in one place, even their clothes, and the bodies were never found, even to this day.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Alright, third one. These cops, so these cops got called up into a leftover Halloween decoration, right? And basically the decoration was this scarecrow hanging from a tree on the front lawn, right? And since this is like November 13th is almost like Thanksgiving type of area, right? They get called over there for a suspicious smell. It's not until they took the decoration down, took away the scarecrow mask, and found out it was actually a real suicide that took place before Halloween. Yeah. So those are all 3 stories. Which one's fact and which one's fake?
I feel like you like made it, some of them sound real, to like make it more interesting.
I'm not even gonna lie. Some of those, I made it sound like they were real when they were false, and I made some of those sound like they were false if they were real, kinda. I kinda try to mix each, like, hint in there to mess you up a bit.
Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the second one.
Second one
Is
being...
fake.
Okay.
The third one
The one with the decoration.
I think the third one is fake, and the first one is real.
Okay. So, you're right about the second one. That was fake. I made that up. First one was real. That was a real incident that happened. But the third one is real. That
Oh,
is something that did
so the
happen.
first and third one were real.
The first and third one was real. The
Damn.
one in the middle was fake.
Damn. I didn't think the third one was real because I was thinking like, how did the body get up there and commit suicide? So it must have been a murder.
So, it wasn't in the story, but he did have like a second story building,
Yeah.
which he was supposedly he tied it onto the tree, and then he went up the second story, and that's when he jumped off and hung himself with. So that's basically what I've been told happened.
So a man that doesn't sound right. A man grabs a rope,
Mm-hmm.
does all this work to tie himself up,
I guess, dude, people are messed
And-
up. I guess.
but like still like it just doesn't sound right. Like a man ties himself up like on his own
Uh-huh.
throat. Then he does all this extra work to jump off a building, kill himself, and then now he's like hanging.
So what I imagine is that the tree
But-
was next to his window, so he did all that just through his window, and then he jumped.
But the thing was, you said he looked like a scarecrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what messes me
Oh,
up even
well,
more.
I didn't say he looked like a scarecrow. I said they got reports of a scarecrow being hanged.
Oh,
So it could be what the people who called 911 thought it was. I don't know, because of his clothes or something. I guess he dressed up like a farmer or something.
huh.
But basically, everyone in the neighborhood thought it was just a Halloween decoration until the cops came by and figured out it was actually their neighbor hanging themselves.
And he was hanging out the window.
Hanging on the tree out the window, yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, I also heard that this isn't like the first incident that happened. There's like 3 of these that happened. People would
so-
hang themselves on the front like porch, and people would think it's Halloween decoration.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, how would it be one? Like, how would it be a suicide? Like, how would someone?
I don't know. Maybe that's
Figured
even
it,
more than
you know.
more of the mystery. What
Yeah,
if it's
that's
not
what
even a
I'm saying.
suicide
Like, could be like a serial killer out there,
or a
some
ghost?
madman. Or
A serial
ghost.
killer that specifically kills you on Halloween and puts you in front of their front porch.
Or maybe it's just a ghost trying to give you more scars.
More heebie jeebies for you on Halloween night.
Yeah, guys.
And speaking of which, I remember where I used to live, right? This was like a week before Halloween, like literally a week before Halloween. They blocked off this nursery home with just full of caution tape, right? Just full of caution tape, like surrounding the entire property, front yard and everything, right?
Yeah.
Basically like making a fence out of caution tape, right? And me and my mom driving by were thinking like, oh look, they're really going all out for Halloween. You know, my mom's favorite holiday is Halloween. So here we are thinking they're just having a lot of fun, right? Well, turns out 2 people died in that house last night. The reason why that had the whole thing blocked off is because it was an apartment building.
Jesus.
And they were trying to keep like restrict access, you know, no visitors, no nothing like that. I didn't hear how they died or anything like that, just because they never put it on the news.
Yeah,
But-
they wouldn't put stuff like that on the news.
Yeah,
I think that was a murder too.
possibly.
Because if it's something that they're not gonna put, no, like usually suicides they get
Mhm.
on the news.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Murders, you never really see murders on the news. Hardly ever.
No, not really.
That's what I'm saying. If it's not on the news, it's probably a murder.
Right. Or
That's-
something
that's
still
the
in
way I see it.
investigation.
Or
Oh,
it's double homicide.
Speaking about something not on the news, so you know where I live? And you know how there's that little intersection? Apparently at 3 o'clock at night, my dad and my mom woke up, and my grandpa was also visiting that day too, so he's in the story as well. But, my mom and my dad woke up to a bunch of yelling and screaming that's like over the wall we live
Mhm.
next to. So, they go and they walk out trying to see what the commotion are, and they go to that intersection, or they walk out behind the wall to see the intersection down the street, and they see like 6 cops surrounding this one car in the middle of the intersection, all guns drawn and everything in the middle of this car, and and my grandpa even woke up later too, being like, "What's going on?" You know, and go out. I slept through all of this. No one decided to wake me up, but everyone in my family literally went out. But they go out, right, and go out, guns drawn, right. They're saying, "Drop it, drop it." They didn't say drop the weapon. They were just saying drop it. Which I even asked my mom, like, "You sure they're not saying drop the weapon? Because that's usually what they have to say, right?" But they're just all like, "Drop whatever's in your hand," right? You know, they're being super vague like that. They're all like, "Drop it, drop it." Apparently, a bunch of like guns go off, right? Pow, 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 pow. And then after a while, they're still yelling 3 more times, like, "Drop the weapon," or "Drop it, drop it, drop it." And um, I didn't hear what happened after that. I think my mom went inside or something like that, in case, you know, a bullet went stray or something like that. She didn't want to be caught in the middle of that. But basically, this been bothering my mom for like ever. You know, she's like, she reads crime stories, she does all that. She likes drama like this.
Yeah,
But
it's wild.
even to this day, like after this happened 2 months ago, we still can't find a single piece of information on the news, social media, anything.
Jesus.
Hell, maybe this video will even get flagged and just taken down. It's a conspiracy. Nice. All right. You have any superstitions you believe in?
Superstitions.
Yeah, you know, a black cat walking your path, or walking under a ladder.
I mean, like, I don't have any superstitions, but I guess, like, I get this feeling of paranoia sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm gonna be living alone, is like when you're waking up in the morning, it's only you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if anybody does anything, you're fucked.
Yeah, it's just you.
Yeah. So I think definitely while I'm out alone, I definitely look over my shoulder a lot.
Yeah.
That's one thing I definitely do. Like I'm not a person that's like, "Oh, I'm scared." You know,
Oh, I'm scared.
it's more like you know, just making sure no bullshit's going on, cuz
Yeah.
I think I've had scenarios before where like, you know, I'd be driving and like some dude would be following me or something.
Yeah.
Like
You have
this,
that weird sense of
yeah,
paranoia.
yeah, like this one time I was going to our friend John's house,
Yeah, for sure.
and there's this Dodge van
Oh, you told
following
me
me.
that story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was looking back. And this was from Retchy Road, which you know, we're literally right out close to where I live, you know.
Yeah.
And so I pull out and I'm driving and I noticed, because I noticed it's a black van. I'm like, okay,
Right.
it's a Dodge. You know, I make a left. It's whatever. And then I'm like, okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna make a left. Cause I didn't want to. I took Green Canyon to John's house, and I was like, I don't want to, you know, go with the long route. So I went the short route, and I made a left. And I was like,
And I was
found it
sticking
strange.
on you like the entire time.
I found
even
it
though-
strange that that same guy was
Even
like
though you're making
right
all these
behind
detours.
me, you know,
Mhm.
right behind me, and like still following me through
Mhm.
that section. So I made a left and kept going. And there was like a huge windy road, so many turns, right? So many options,
Yeah.
and yet still following me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going? So, you know, I keep going. There was another intersection, and then still following me. I'm like,
Right.
you know, now it's getting closer, and I'm going at least like 40 to 50 miles per hour. And I'm like, all right, that's enough. Step on the gas pedal, you know, like just
Right.
going fast. And I advise you not to do this people who are watching, don't be stupid like
We're
me.
not responsible for any decisions you make.
Yeah, we are not responsible or eligible for any hospitalities. No, I don't know how to say it. I slaughtered that. didn't I?
Accidents.
Accidents that you guys create. But anyways, yeah, so that happened, and I just booked it, right? And I was going down all these windy roads, and I was just like, nah, dude, you're not following me anymore. And then it was funny because I lost him in the midst of all the turns, because
Right.
I'm really good at getting through turns and stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you drive in Fallbrook for a while, you get to learn how to do turns and shit, right?
Oh yeah,
So I
this
was like,
place
okay.
is full of hills and
Yeah.
turns and.
And so I was like, okay, let me go through this turn. And I was just like, I got through the last turn, and there was an intersection where you get to turn. And I was just like, oh, I'm clear. So I freaking,
Right.
drift, go into the turn, and then turn left again, and I completely lost the dude. And I was like, all right, I'm good.
Dang,
So that was pretty crazy.
that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that guy followed me for a good, I think it was like 5 to 10 miles.
Ooh, I am so sorry for that.
Yeah, I think that guy followed me for a good 5 to 10 miles. Just in case you guys didn't hear
Yeah.
that. So,
I have a few superstitions. Let me think one of them. I keep like an ace in my wallet.
Uh-huh.
Just because my great grandpa, he told me it was good luck. So I just constantly keep it in my wallet. I got a new one not too long ago.
Huh.
But I always kept it in my wallet. He said each type of ace has their own type of like good luck. The ace of spades, the one I have, is it's the luck of knowledge. The ace of clubs is the luck of strength. Ace of hearts is the luck of love, and ace of diamonds is the luck of wealth. Basically, each one has their own type of luck. I keep this one on me just because, I don't know, I feel like it's the most important.
oh, you know what? You gave me a good one, actually.
Yeah, what's up?
While I was listening to that. And that's truly interesting, actually. I never heard of anything like
Yeah?
that. Yeah. Like, how does... Did he just tell you a whole story of how, like, it originated, or did he just tell you?
No, he just... Dude, I was young, and, like, my grandpa and my, like, basically his side of the family was, like, people I used to look up to. So he just told me, like, this whole, like, he just gave me, like, an ace of spades. This isn't, like, the original one. He gave me the other one, like, wilted away after a while since it was just paper. So I went ahead and got a new one for it.
Damn.
But, no, he said, he just told me what each card meant and just always kept it on me ever since. And I don't know, like, why I did it. I don't even think I believed him either. I just kept it in my wallet, like, oh, look, now I have a story.
Damn.
Like, something like that.
I think that adds on to, like, my superstition, because, it's not that it has nothing to do with luck, but I guess it kind of ties into it in a way, but it's just more
Can I
circumstantial.
stop you for 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
We're in 30 minutes right now, and my camera has not stopped a single time.
We got Barty again, or what? Jesus, even the second time scared me. Holy shit. Alright.
No, I really just don't understand. All you had to do was just sit there and not do anything. I just don't get it. You didn't have to make it explode a second time. Just have more to clean up now. Now I have to drive you home. Why so serious?
Okay, and we're back. I when I did that, I knocked down his fire alarm. I knocked it down and basically blasted his fan with so much confetti.
That was amazing.
All right.
If you can see, there's still one piece right here.
All right.
Oh, there's still more on me. What the shit? Okay. All right. God, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, the other superstition that I have actually was I don't know if it's considered a superstition, but it's like that, you know, deja vu.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this thing I do sometimes where it's like when I experience deja vu, right? I write
Mhm.
it down.
You write it down.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like, because there would be some days when cause here's a story I can tell you guys. This was before I even wrestled, before anything, you know, was going on, and I had this dream, right, where I got judo thrown by this big dude,
Ooh.
and
Wait.
I got slammed on my head.
Was this a fight or were you doing something?
No, I was wrestling.
I thought you said it was before wrestling.
No, yeah, it
Okay.
was before wrestling. This dream happened before wrestling.
Oh, it was a dream. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so-
Go ahead.
This dream, right? I got slammed on my head by this big dude, right? And he had long hair. He had shorts like these. This and a red stripe right here going down. And
So it was me
That's how I
before
remember.
middle school.
but that's how I remembered, and I was just like, okay. I woke up like, what the hell was that? Like, I'm not even a wrestler because at the time I was a baseball player, so it made no sense whatsoever.
Okay.
So flash forward 2 years.
You met John.
Oh, basically. Flash forward like 2 years, you know, the same thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrestling this kid, and I was like, I didn't even know his damn name. And then after that day, I remembered his name was Jonathan. Never forgot his name because of what happened, because it was the same thing that happened in my dream. The worst part about it was he actually looked the same as the guy in my dream.
Yeah?
And I was like, I thought he looked familiar. And then I didn't understand why he looked familiar. And then I got slammed on my head. And then I was like, oh shit, you're the guy from my dream. And this is not the first time this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's this one time where, you know, I had like this, I guess this, like in my dream, this was when I was like 6th grade. I had this like scene of romance, I guess. And with this, you know, like fine looking chick, and then the next day, you know, I go to school, and then that same person is in reality, you know, she's a substitute in my class. Sorry for the interruption. I'm gonna have to silence my alarm. That was annoying.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Deja vu?
Yeah, it was really crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same chick, you know. The next day, I swear to God, she was at my school and she was the new student in my class. And so that was the biggest trip. And that was the day that I was like,
That's crazy.
like I didn't understand, like from then on I've always had this thing where it's like this superstition where of just like what reality really is.
Right.
You know, cuz it's like, you know, I've had so many dreams where like these dreams become a reality and it becomes like a deja vu type of thing, and it's like, you know, holy shit, you know? And you don't know what to do about it. It's like you can tell people all you want, but some of them they won't believe you.
Right.
And so it's like, You know what the fuck, man?
My mom has like the same thing where like it to the point where like she'll literally have a dream, tell me about it, and tell me like straight up like that will happen. Like I don't know if you remember, but there was this time where it was like snowing in Southern California. I believe it was like 2016 or something like that. She had a dream about that like probably a week before it happened, about it snowing here, and like I'm telling her like you're crazy. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like it never snowed here ever. You're just shut up. You're crazy.
Yeah.
But but sure enough, a week later it starts snowing there. Like my brother's outside building a snowman and I never seen cold before grass. Grass died after that, because how cold it was all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But it was just crazy how it's literally to the point where my mom literally thinks every single thing she dreams about is like a prediction. So, ooh,
Yeah.
so I thought that was pretty cool. You have any other superstitions, like weird things you believe in?
Like I would say like for instance for me, like I don't necessarily believe in predetermined a predetermined life. Like
Right.
destiny. I don't believe in, you know, like the whole idea that God determines your life for me personally. But that is because, the way I lived my life for me personally has determined the way it is. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mhm.
And but there's also these things where it's like um so like I'm very superstitious and also curious about, the human mind,
Mhm.
what it can do, like the abilities we truly have.
Mhm.
Again, going back to that deja vu thing, like what if that's like a part of our brain functioning, predicting reality, you know? That could be an interesting, you know, thing to discover.
I think so too, and when it comes to superstition, I wouldn't say I believe in any of them, like heartedly believe in them,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's just it feels like I'm doing something wrong if I ignore it. Kinda like I wanna say it feels like it's more like carrying a tradition.
Yeah.
It's like me breaking one of those superstitions. It feels like selling your grandmother's heirloom. You know what I mean? Like it feels so taboo. Like nothing's bad gonna happen. You're like 100% sure, right? But like you break it and it feels like oh no,
Yeah.
like what you just feel so wrong. Like me and my family have this thing that every time you drive under a tunnel, you have to hold your breath. I know that's weird, and literally never anyone I like talk to have ever heard of this. Every time you drive through a tunnel, you have to hold your breath. I'm not sure if it started off as a challenge, but now every time we drive under a tunnel, I'm to myself, I'm like holding my breath, trying to make sure people around me like don't see me holding my breath like
Yeah.
that. Like I don't know why it happened. I'm not sure if it's something my parents just created and I got caught onto it, or if it's something that their parents created or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just like a lot of things that for me that I refuse to believe in because I'd rather my mind be open and curious still. Because I feel like, a lot of people say knowledge is power, but wisdom is very powerful as well. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because you can't you can't have one without the other.
Right.
There has to be a balance between the two. If you're like super super knowledgeable of like some topic, but you're just a complete asshole,
Right.
no one's gonna give a shit about you.
You ever
But
seen
if it's
House?
like, Yeah,
It's basically what that's about.
but if you're like super, wise, and you like open up to people, and like, you spread your knowledge and everything like that, and you share your ideas, then you're not only developing yourself but also developing others.
Mhm.
And that's just the way the world works. By developing others, we develop ourselves even more. So the more we kind of butt heads, you know,
Right.
in the wrong way, because there's ways you can, butt heads in the right way and to
Mhm.
come up with a solution. But um, sometimes butting heads in that, you know, area is just not good. So yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of lost where I was going with that, but
I think so too. We're talking about superstition.
yeah. But that is a superstition, though.
I guess so, huh?
I'd say like, cause say that superstition where people think that or not superstition. You know the actual thing that people say, oh, you can only get so smart. What if that's
Yeah.
just not real?
I don't think so.
I
Or
th-
I don't think it's real. I meant.
I think it's not real because personally I think, you know, the world is a shitty place,
Yeah.
and I think the from the very moment you're born, you're given a limit
Mhm.
by someone giving you a term of what you are.
Right.
You know, like for instance, people saying we're only human when the sad reality and truth is that we don't even know what we are.
Right.
We just like to give ourselves the definition. There is times where like yeah, you can go back in history and blah 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 blah, but you can only go so far back to a point where it starts getting all mixed up
Right.
and everything like that. So and it's just common knowledge.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I just don't think that there is any limits to the brain.
Hmm.
So that's for me. That's my belief.
I think there is limit, but it's less of knowledge and memory, and it's more like stress and emotion.
Yeah, I think
I
that's the limit.
I feel like there is like, if you overwhelm yourself, your brain begins to shut down and prioritize, basically making where like you have all these things to do, but after all those things like overwhelm you, it starts to dim down everything, and you start forgetting how to do things, and you start like doing everything less. That's why I think it's very important to take care of yourself. Even like, I hear this a lot, I don't deserve a break, or I don't, I can't get one, I have to keep working. Like, I don't think that's true. I think taking yourself is probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like, like, I understand like work is important, and like what you do is important and all that good stuff, but if you're not able to take care of yourself in the process, you're not going to be able to take care of what you need to do.
Yeah.
Everything starts to begin to get more frustrating. Everything begins to just be a burden to you instead of actually like
Helping
doing
you.
what you need to. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's where I am at right now with my life because I'm starting to realize, I can't do everything. I'm not.
Right.
I don't think it's the fact that, I
That you can't
am
handle
not
it, but it's more
can't
like
can't handle it, but it's more that,
you got burnt out.
I don't think it's that either. I just think it's just, you know, I'm doing so many things that I
Mhm.
can't focus enough on one.
Right.
So it's like so many things. It's like okay, well, there's less going into this now. There's less going into that, and I'm
Mhm.
still doing it just as well, but it's not as effective anymore because I'm doing so many things now.
I
It's just
gotcha.
like
When we're on that topic,
stress.
I don't feel like there's a limit. Just because I am a strong believer, we only have one life.
Hmm.
Like reincarnation, I don't really believe that. Oh well, I don't know. I guess I'm open minded, but I definitely like believe I only have like this one life, right?
Yeah.
And every time I think about that, it's so frustrating that there's so much I could experience and do, but I just like can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's
That's
just
a good one.
impossible. I can't learn every martial arts skill out there. I can't learn how to like make a awesome sword. I can't like people spend like their entire life mastering at least one skill. And it frustrates me that I can't spend my life learning every skill that there is.
Yeah, I think that's definitely annoying. It's like you can't do everything.
Right.
Cuz at the same time, it's I guess it's in a beauty in its own sense. Cuz although you don't know everything, not everything is supposed to be
Hmm.
known.
Right. Well, let's see here. We're doing pretty good. We're at 46 minutes right now. My camera's about to die, so we're probably going to do two more questions and then cut it off there. So, first question, do you have any irrational fears?
Rational fears.
Fears that don't really make sense, but like, you know.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know why, but okay, here's one I would say is
Hmm.
every time I stick my hand, like the false thing where it's like, oh, if you stick your hand inside of the grinder or whatever it is, that'll start blending your hand up.
Oh, the garbage
Yeah, the
disposal.
garbage
Yeah.
disposal. Okay, so I'm self conscious about putting my hand in there.
Yeah.
So like every time I just don't put my hand in there because I'm afraid it will turn on, even though I know that
Hmm.
it won't turn on and it's manually
Operated.
operated. Yeah, I'm still like self conscious about it because I'm like I don't want to grab this, so I grab like a pair of tongs and grab it
Right.
like that. And
Right.
it's just I don't know.
I have one where I can't use the restroom with the curtains closed. Not like the windows curtains, but like the shower curtain closed.
Uh huh.
I don't know why, because I think in my head like, oh, someone's hiding behind it and they're waiting to jump out at me, right? But I just can't. Like before I go, even like if I really have to go, I open it first and then I go.
Yeah.
Like I can't have it closed because it's so weird. Like there's something behind it hiding.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Like I think that's one for me too is like
Yeah,
anything that's closed off that's like not supposed to
not
be.
supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like that freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like I walk in, like if I were to walk in the bathroom and the curtains closed, I'd be like,
Yeah.
like it's weird, especially like living with other people. Like you don't know who
Uh
the
huh.
fuck closed the curtain, and we wake up in the morning, everybody's gone, you know, and you go to bed with the curtains open in the bathroom, and then you
Hmm.
wake up, they're closed. You're like,
Yeah.
who the fuck did this?
All right. I got one more question, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it off before our camera dies,
And we curse you with pestilence.
and we do. Um. All right. Last one, so we can make it quick. How would you defend yourself from the purge?
From the purge.
Hmm.
So I had a funny one where basically I would just sit there, with either a gun or a sword. Just leave my door slightly cracked open, and every person that comes in there is just a trap. You get stabbed or shot.
Every time they walk through the
Yep,
door.
I could literally just sit there, if I was a smoker, which I'm not. I just like, you know, in character, like in a movie scene, you'd see the guy just lighting the cigar, just having a good time, and then he's just shooting everybody. But that would be me. I would just like post up at my house, just try to survive as long as I can, and just save all my bullets, and
Mm.
probably just use my house appliances to fuck people up.
I'd Home Alone that shit.
Yeah, me too. To the fullest extent. I'd probably put string like on the floor, like spread out and shit. So people trip.
Christmas ornaments and
Yeah.
like marbles and.
Hope someone's
fun.
barefoot.
Honestly, I think I would try to hide in plain sight, almost.
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna like be looking at homes and stuff. I'd probably like hide in the forest. And I know how sketchy that sounds, but like as if someone's like not following me, no one's gonna randomly walk into the forest.
Yeah, that's true. No one's gonna fucking do that. No one has the really balls unless they're like serial killers.
But like if it's during the purge, they have like no reason to just randomly walk that deep into the woods.
yeah.
Like serial killers would be out killing in the city and stuff left and right. No one's really gonna be in the woods. no need to bury bodies or anything like that.
Yeah, you know what would be even like a really good one too is
What's
if
that?
you were like, you station yourself in the sewers. Kind of just be like the second It, but in real life.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
a
you
really
could
good one
hide in the
because, like,
sewer.
you know, like those little openings that go out into
Yeah, the little
like
manholes and
the
stuff.
sewage drains.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, I don't know what they're called.
You're
But
talking about like the gutters on the
yeah,
side?
there's like these gutters and it opens up.
Kind of
And
like
there's
what
like
it
a
was
street
in.
here and a street here.
And then you just have red balloons tied everywhere so no one goes near.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
That way, when someone walks through them, you know, you just hear them clacking together. I don't know, some shit.
Something like that. All right, this has been our Halloween special. Thank you for watching. Happy Halloween. Happy holidays after. Maybe we'll make a Christmas special. I don't know. Anyways. All right, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Stay safe, kids.
Don't.